Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the Playola channel. My name is Fancy. I'm coming at you with some more golf. So, keep trying to record some of my videos, and for some reason or another, my equipment is freezing up a lot lately. So, I already attempted to play Metal Mario just a couple seconds ago, and I'm back doing it again because it froze up on me. Alright, so we'll just begin like it didn't happen. So, we're here with some golf, and we're going to be playing some of the Metal Mario. We beat Bowser recently, and before that Donkey Kong, and before that we beat Mario and Wario. So we beat all the really hard Nintendo characters. We also played against Harry on the way, and eventually we'll do some Maple and Sunny and some other characters and introduce you a little bit more to the game. I've gone through, I would say, 65% of the game already with y'all, and there's a little bit more to explore, but right now we're on to challenges still and beating characters that are nearly impossible to beat with my character, Charlie. So here's Charlie, my boy, and we're going to be picking normal outfit today, and we're going to be playing Metal Mario. And they've got these cool colors. They got Blue Man's Group, golden trophy Metal Mario, and then they got this copper look, but we're going to just go normal Metal Mario, and we're going to go to Shy Guy Desert this time, mixing it up a little bit, doing something different, mostly because I feel like Toad Highlands is being overplayed in my videos, so I'm going to just start mixing it up a lot more. Even though I'm mostly comfortable with Toad Highlands, it is not an advantage. Wow, I still wanted to see my roof there. It is not an advantage. That stage does not help me. Stage hurts me, I would say, more than it helps. With wow, Metal Mario hitting a cactus, and then, jeez, that was your first shot, man. What are you doing? Get your act together. So there's 19 miles an hour wind, and there's 3 ways to beat Metal Mario, from what I can tell. 3 ways to get points on him. One is high miles of wind, which is what we have here. Really screws him up a lot. So, that's what we just witnessed. And another one is par 3s, which is a common thing for characters in his position who have the long ball. They have problems getting to the close to the hole. And then he just has these occasional fuck-ups. And that was kind of an occasional fuck-up slash the miles. And you just take advantage of those little points as a character, and that's how you get to the point where you can beat him, even with a low-tier character like Plum or Charlie. Nice on. So it's actually a pretty easy putt. Slightly to the left. And it should be enough. Ooh, get in there, bitch. Yeah, it's a good start now. So we're off to a decent start. Metal Mario is right in our tail, of course. But that's alright. We're going to take it a step at a time and try to accomplish this new challenge. Slight arc to the left uphill. Alright, I'm not sure what that's going to do. It might overshoot a little. I'm hoping it lands kind of in the front of the square, hits this hill, and then rolls up. No, it overshoots. Alright, well, that's a really bad position for me. Mario's gonna... I don't think he's gonna miss this. This might be a hole he wins at this rate, because that putt is not easy. I'm on an uphill incline. Yeah, he's like within 10. He almost always lands within 10. Really testing my putting ability here. Slight curve to the left going up the hill, which is what you have to look out for when in this kind of situation, because what happens is you go up the hill at a high speed and you'll bounce, and then that bounce will set you completely off track of what you were expecting the ball to do. I'm going to say that's it. And that goes in. So now I've accomplished 2 mid-range putts in the last holes, and I'm looking really good right now. Metal Mario just kind of doing his little thing, hitting it in with these easy shots. But that's what it is. And we're going to just keep going here on a par 5 with 12 miles an hour 4. And this will play to my advantage. What I'm going to try to do here, I can either stick to the high ground, or I can let the ball curve into this slope and let the ball kind of get some more mileage on the slope. Now, I want to look around the course real quick and see where these cacti are and these cactuses, and make sure that if I was to take the slope, that I would have a decent shot at the next hole if I'm trying to make it to the hole, that the wind's going with me, and that if I go down the slope, am I gonna have any major obstacles in my path, like bunkers or whatnot. So I'm gonna actually kind of hit a middle area. I'm gonna pull here, and I'm gonna pull under. Next, we're gonna go here. I'm picking the Highland. All right, and we'll see what happens there. It might go shanking left completely and straight into that slope I was just talking about. It might miss it. I actually go straight in, and I get semi-rough, which is okay. I'll deal with what I have. I should have went... See, he's going straight to the right. He's wasting a lot of powers, and that's something I've started to notice. Metal Mario wastes a lot of his powers until he gets to his last power, and then he kind of stops. He actually ended up doing the same thing I did. And as you can see, I have these cacti in the way, but I'm going to say this is doable. This is doable. Slipstream, even though this is saying it's here, it's really to the left where I'm going to end up. If I pull up, I'm going to even more get away from this cactus. So we're going to just do this. Fuck. I messed up my power, which is going to hurt me a lot. Tough luck. So I could have made that potentially. I might have underestimated my ability to keep the ball flying in the air, considering I shoot so low. And his shot's okay. He's still over a little bit. If I would have made my shot, this would have been a hole I could have beat him on, which is par 5s, par 3s, and occasional fuck-ups. So that's how you beat Metal Mario. Now I'm in Wasteland, which is very uneven territory, and a lot of the time, the ball will have about 40% of its oomph when you hit it. So I'm going to overshoot a little bit, trying to get close to this pin, and thank God it showed up on the screen. What I do is, if I look at the screen, and this is how I gauge how close I am, and it doesn't tell me my yardage yet, and if I see the pin show up, I'm like, God, thank you, I'm right there. So he's putting some more pressure on me, and this is another mid-range putt I'm going to have to make.
Excellent.
This is a fairly easy one, though. And that should be in. It might be a little under if I'm unlucky. Nope, and it's in. So I've made 3 mid-range putts now, and I'm looking really, really good. Really, really good. Alright, we're neck and neck still. And we're down to 8. And I'm going to say, even if I would have gotten that perfect shot earlier with the cacti, and I was trying to shoot in between them and weave in and out of them and do these crazy things, I wouldn't have made that shot. I would have made it further. I may have made it closer to the pin, and maybe not in Wasteland, maybe in bunker or rough or something else that may have been nearby that I could have barely made it to instead of that. But it worked out in the end, and it's okay. He's in the middle of this valley, and I'm not sure if that's a good position for him, actually. That might give me the opportunity I need. So we got an uphill. This looks like it's actually kind of even, but I'm gonna say it's kind of uphill to the left. There's wind though helping me. I'm still gonna shoot kind of over. I'm gonna just for some reason have a feeling that if I shoot over a little bit in this rain with my arc, I'll bounce over somehow, and that's exactly what happened. I had a nudge, I had a hunch, and I kind of went with it. Now I'm really putting the pressure on him to perform, and he might screw up and give me this hole. Who knows? And nope, he doesn't. He's right on target with me. I'm gonna say I'm a little closer, but his putt's really easy. There is some slope, but the rain's gonna make it negligible. Let's see, you can just ignore it. Alright, and that should be enough for there. And see, like I said, I shot the ball and it didn't even slope to the left at all, even though there was a major slope there. So we're tying it up. Still going at it. God damn it, every time I think about my perfect shots, I do something like that. I really hope that doesn't shank. Nope, it's fine. Thank God Charlie has control. Alright, Metal Mario sacrificing more powers, and I still have 4. I did mess up one just now, but he's down to 2. He's half of what I have, so we're hoping he keeps this up, thereby giving us an advantage. Well, not an advantage, but the difference between what he can shoot and what I will shoot will be less. And that advantage he will have will be over the long ball over me will be lessened. Alright, I wanted that second dot, but I missed it. And that's okay, though. We're going to hope that I just roll. I don't know why that didn't go anywhere. Fucking bitch. I don't know if those dots were needed now. I'm thinking maybe if I'd have gotten both of them, I'd have kept on target a little bit more. But for some reason, that wind literally grounded my ball within like 20 feet. And he's right on top of it. So I'm going to say I've probably lost this hole just because of that.
Nice on.
I'm going to try my best, though. Well, I could try to do another mid-range putt. I mean, I've been doing them. I'm on fairway, though, technically. So I have to account for that as well. It's not an easy putt. It lies 48. I'm going to say that. Alright, I get a pin shot. I hit it a little too hard. I guesstimated what I needed instead of just, you know, doing the math. Now I get a par, and I'm going to lose this hole. There's no way. Metal Mario's going to miss it. He's got literally nothing to go. And he makes the first hole. So he wins the first one on, I think this is hole 5. Yeah, so on hole 5 he takes the first one. It's hurting me a lot. In this situation, particularly with Metal Mario, you don't want him to take even one hole, because sometimes what will happen is he will win one hole and then he will tie you out 20 holes in a row or 10 holes in a row or whatever you need, whatever he needs to win. Last time I played him, he was only up 2 the entire match, but we played for a solid, god damn it. Fucking every time I look at the fucking meter, I just should let my head do it, because I feel like when you do the perfect timing for this, you just let the timing happen. I can do it with my eyes closed almost every time, but if I look at it, my mind tries to keep up with what I'm doing in my head, and then I kind of fuck myself up, it seems. Sounds crazy, but it's not. Don't worry, I know what I'm talking about. This is my Let's Play. Anyway, so what I was saying was he doesn't mess up often. I think some of the only times I've ever gotten like clear things over him was like a shot like that, it went in, and then he had to make it, and he couldn't make it. Those are the only times you'll get like a clear over him. He'll just screw up occasionally over nothing, but it's rare, and he will just tie you out over and over and over again. And the last time I played him, which was a little bit ago, he tied me out, I think 8 or 10 holes in a row after he only took 2 holes over me. He didn't win a lot. He won a very small little bit, and then he just wouldn't let me get back up. When we were coming down to, I think, hole 18 is when I turned it off, because I noticed the video wasn't recording. And I was just like, well, there's no point in doing this. I need to do a video, and it looks like he's going to beat me anyway. So I was like, there's only 2 medals left. He only needs to beat me 4 more times. He only needs to tie with me 4 more times, and then I'm going to lose by default. And he does that a lot. This is actually a hole I could potentially get now. 29 is further than he's used to getting, I'm going to say. Let's see. It's going to land... Alright, I'm hoping this works with the height and then a slowed down ball, basically. Ooh, that's good. That's really good. I think I made a hole-in-one on that one when I was doing tournament mode. Alright, guys, so like I said, this is my chance of taking a hole from him. So he screws up, and I'm going to take it, and that's my hole. And now we're tied up. Like I said, par 3s, par 5s, when wind and advantages are available for me, elements of the game are available for me to make an eagle. But that was just one of those situations where I had a really good opportunity. And I took it. Now, if I wouldn't have messed up earlier, I'd be up 1 right now. And I could ride that one just like he rides it, tying me out all the time and tie him out. Times I've beaten him, that's how I've beaten him. It wasn't like a clear victory. It wasn't like last hole he froze up or he messed up something because whatever reason. No, it was I got 1 or 2 holes over him, and then we just kept playing until it tied out. Alright, and I'm hoping this doesn't shank to the left or anything. I really need it to just... Yep, exactly what it just did. So I'm only 10 feet away, which is around the range he usually shoots to. Now, if he misses anything or messes up here, I'll take a second hole and take a lead. And I'm really hoping for that, but it's very seldom that he messes up. And he actually improves upon my shot. What? I'm guessing I just didn't look at the screen enough or something. I don't know what the fuck happened there, guys. I literally missed that shot by a little bit. Like, it didn't even make sense. I'm looking at right now 14 miles an hour forward, so I may be able to make it back, but I should be ahead of him if I make this eagle here. And that's going to piss me off because it's like, well, I should be really far ahead now, but now I'm behind. Or now we're even instead of me being ahead. That's what I'm trying to say. So I messed up one of my powers. Now we're even on powers, which is even worse. I can't make this. This is one of those holes you can't make. So I'm going to play it safe and just shoot to what I need to. Come on. And I'm where I need to be, but I'm messing up my stuff a little bit here and there. I just need to kind of keep my composure. Like I said, you can't lose your composure when playing Metal Mario. He does not falter much, and when he does, you get a slight advantage. But a lot of times, you don't get that opportunity. Like right there, he's at eagle range now, and I have a really tough shot. So what I'm thinking is overshoot, not undershoot. Maybe I'll hit the rough and bounce just enough. Maybe I'll go too far. We'll see. And I go way too far. He's at green edge, so there's a good chance he's already got this, guys. I think I need a little more oomph on that shot. I almost went in. Getting better at those chips. So all he needs is 2 shots to win this. Probably gonna get it on the first one. Nope. Now, if I could have made it there for that eagle, as you can see, he messed it up. So I could have taken that. That was weird. It didn't curve it all right. Okay, whatever. Up a hill. So he's going to win this one. If I wouldn't have screwed up my shot or my position, I would have been able to not have this disadvantage. There's only 4 medals, like I said, to the next, until he wins. That's what I was mentioning earlier, is now we're at a position where it's perfect for Metal Mario to just tie me up. For the next 10 holes, he can tie, and he'll win. He'll literally beat me only on 2 holes, and the rest of the game will just be he tied me. Alright, let's line up the hole. It looks like a slope to the left slightly. Come on. Every time I look at the fucking dot. So I still make it over there, but I guarantee if I would have gotten that other dot, I may have made it, or I would have been within 10. That's really frustrating when I just miss these tiny things that really mean a lot in this game. So he's much closer than I am now. Come on. Let me do my putt in this. Okay, it's not that bad. Slightly to the left from what I can tell. And that should be it. I was trying to get one more dot there. Yeah, one more dot would have been perfect, but it still goes in barely, so it's okay. And Metal Mario just needs to tap it in, which he will. His putts are always literally not even half the blue grid. If he gets over the blue grid, there's a chance he'll miss it. So he needs to time me out for, saying it's 8 holes for 4, 2 per each medal, per spot where a point could go. So 8 holes, he's tied me out for 1, so he needs to tie me out for 7 more holes, which would have been to hole 18, and he'll win. Alright, I'm fighting uphill, so I'm not going to get that. These slopes are killing me right now. Alright, that should be perfect. And somehow it shanks right, which didn't make sense because there's no wind. And my arc was aiming directly to that spot. So I don't know what happened there. I have no idea. This is a hole I should have made it to. The hole in 2 shots.
Excellent.
There's no excuse for what just happened. The game just kind of fucked me. Lies at 50.55 downhill. And there's fairway. Lots of fairway. And I see, as you can tell, I did over 50. Set it a lot at 50. I did 2 points over 50, which would probably be almost 60. And it didn't go much of anywhere. It missed by a hole like 4 or 5 feet. So, like one more dot may have put it in. So he's gonna win this one as well, which is fine. He's already got more than a strong enough lead to tie me out now, and he only needs to beat me in 5 holes now. So we're gonna, or tie me in 5 holes. So I'm gonna say it's probably already lost. I will try my best to bring it back. I'll talk a little bit more, play a little bit more, but there's a good chance this is it. Now this shot right here is really bad. And he does make these miraculous putts sometimes, but I'm gonna say this hole is mine. I shoot a little under, shoot over, and then I shoot under. And you get kind of this. Ooh, son of a bitch, get fucked, Metal Mario. So I just made a hole in 1. Suck my dick, you metallic piece of shit. So that's nice. I feel really good now, you know. I'm gonna win this. And no, I'm not. Just gave up my power. Nah, that's a side note. That's a really nice shot. And that was a really good hole, but I'm probably still gonna lose, guys. I'm 2 behind. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna be able to replicate that again. He's still got his powers. I just ran out of powers because I've been kind of negative while I've been playing lately. And I mean, the last couple minutes I've been going downhill. It's obvious. And I'm gonna say I'm not gonna beat him, but I'm gonna try. I mean, I'll give it a good 100%. We'll see what happens. Alright, let's see what happens there. Hoping to get over this rough. Yep, and there we go. And that's not a bad shot. I'm at 22 now.
Nice on.
And I said earlier that I had gotten a hole in one on one of the other holes. Well, I just made one on that one. So I was like, oh, he didn't make it far enough. Blah, 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 blah. Let me just shoot it in 1 shot. He's 31 away. I may be able to take this hole too. Alright, well, if I win this without powers, it would be amazing. Ah, come on, man. That thing was slowing down. Ah, you son of a bitch. That should have been mine, that hole. This hole. Oh, well. It's alright. I'm having fun. I'm pretty happy with that 1 shot. Now, he only needs to beat me by tying out 4 times. He will beat me if he ties me out 4 times. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. We're at a par 5. No wind. I have no power. I have nothing. I'm at a huge disadvantage now. This is as bad as it gets. These holes are not that difficult, though. What I mean by that is, well, they're difficult, but they're not super difficult, and they're also not beneficial, completely beneficial for long-range characters. So where I am right now isn't the worst. If I was at Toad Highlands, it'd probably be the worst situation. Correction to what I said earlier. And this is the first time I'm video recording, or getting the video to record, where Metal Mario is playing me. And I'm not going to be, that mad if I lose to him the first time. Now, if I beat him, and it was, like Bowser, where I beat him, and then the game didn't record, and I don't have any proof that I beat him, or I did have proof, but I didn't have the video that I needed, then yeah, of course I'm going to be mad, but that's not the case here. So I'm rolling over to green edge, but I can definitely make this next putt. And he needs to either make this here to get the point, which that looks like a really good shot, by the way. He might make it. Nope. So we're going to just tie up again.
Nice on.
I'm on green edge, so I have to be weary of this angle here at the very end, the very beginning. I need it to go in, though. And I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like it was a slope to the right, but for some reason or another, it went left. And it didn't make much sense at all. Alright, so we're 1 till he has to tie me twice, and that's it. And I can potentially win this hole right here. If I'd have tied, maybe won this hole, I would only be 1 down instead of 3 down. But it is what it is. We'll deal with it. Yep, and he's going to give up this hole, it looks like. So I'm definitely losing an opportunity to beat him here, I feel. I definitely could have beat him, I think, in this round, in my first round, playing him while recording. But it's okay. I mean, it is what it is. I'll deal with it. I'll learn from the experience and improve. This is his shot. He needs to make this, otherwise the next shot I make will most likely go in. Oh shit, I almost made that fucking crap.
Nice approach.
Alright, that should go in. Yep, I'm getting really good at those mid-range putts. I've made a lot of those. So I'm down 2 now, and he has to time me out twice to win still. So you can see a very strong progression in my play from this video compared to my first video where I was losing to Wario, Metal Mario, even Harry possibly. Now I'm going toe to toe with the best player, the best computer in the game, who, when I was a child, and I used to play this game when I was like 12 or 13, would destroy me every time almost. So I'm going to say I may or may not be better than how... Well, I'm better in some ways than I used to be, I would say, when I used to play this. Don't hit that kicks. Don't hit that kicks. Don't hit the kicks. Don't go in the bunker. Don't go in the bunker. Alright, that's a good shot. So that was a really shaky shot. I wasn't sure what was going to happen if I didn't get that second dot. If he screws up again, might have a game. But I'm going to say he's probably going to get the next 2 holes, guys. And that's probably going to be that. Now, I've played really well. I'm okay with this. Alright, I might have needed to shoot a little stronger there, but it still goes in, so it's okay. A little worried. I was off kind of dot of what I wanted. But it's alright. And this is Metal Mario. And he makes it. So now all he has to do is tie me out next game. That's it. So, I mean, it's been a good round. I'm complaining about a couple things. It is also a 5. Wow. Alright. Now, wind should take me right over. I did miss a dot, so there's a chance of it shanking and doing something stupid. But, nope. It goes right over, and I'm fine. I'm going to just play it safe. He's going to tie me. It's just like an 80-90% chance he's going to tie me out. And I'm going to just have to deal with it. And I explained earlier that this is what he does. This is what he excels at. He gets a couple holes up on you, and then he ties you out. And it's also the way you beat him. And there's a couple keynotes where... You know, you can see a couple hints of advice I gave y'all that you can see where he really doesn't excel that much on par 5s. Especially if your character shoots more like Charlie. You can beat him on every par 5 if you're any good at the game, I would say. You could definitely beat him on every par 5. Give me semi. No, don't give me rough. Come on, man. That bounce went fucking forever. Like, I know I'm going to lose already, but jeez. He's going over mountains and shit. Jeez. Alright, so he only needs to make the next 2 shots, and that's game. And I have to get over there with this shot. By the way, it's not going to happen, because I have no power. I have nowhere to go. So I'm going to literally shoot it right on the fairway. This is the smart thing to do if I was playing in an actual strokes match, not a match versus computer. I'm going to just finish out my hole with dignity. Alright, and that should be good. Hoping with the wind that it ends up putting me somewhere near the hole, and it does, and I'll be able to get my par and finish up, and that'll be that. Alright, here he goes. And he's almost making it on these chips sometimes.
Excellent.
Alright, I may not make this putt if I use short. I'm going to say I'm going to... It says it's down. So it might actually overshoot. We'll see. Nope, goes right in. So I get a par, and I've actually performed pretty well in some ways, and I've also performed really bad in some ways. Metal Mario beats me on my first try. He's only beating me by 2. I think I took 4. No, I took 3, which is more than usual. It's, I would say, an average win against Metal Mario is usually I take 2. I don't take more than 2, and then I tie him. The rest of the match is out. So you can see at the scorecard, a lot's happened. I had a hole-in-one somewhere. I don't remember where. It was a 3. It might have been 12 or 15. Unsure. I think it was 15. But yeah, so 12 or 15. But yeah, so we had a lot of fun here. I had a lot of fun, and you know, kind of still learning this matchup as I go. Of course, I've only played him a couple times so far. And, you know, I was focusing on Bowser and Donkey Kong before, and this is the first video I've made of him. So this is part 1 of the challenge for Metal Mario, and I'll see y'all next time at the next one. And thank you for watching. This is Fancy. So.